Welcome to VMblog's coverage of IGEL Now Next, taking place in Miami, Florida at the Fontainebleau. And today I have the pleasure of having Andy Nieto, who is the Senior Solutions Manager at Lenovo. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for having me. This is great.
It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Tell me a little bit about your role at Lenovo.
So my role is really evolving. It started off about how does Lenovo partner with companies like IGEL to expand what it is our hardware does. And it really kind of evolved into strategically empowering our customers to provide that experience from pocket to cloud, from desktop to cloud, and everything in between, because our environments have changed. The concept of the digital workspace has changed. Even the concept of the endpoint is beginning to evolve. Some people are looking at their phones or their devices as becoming the new endpoint.
Now, I mean, Lenovo is a household name at this point. I think everybody knows Lenovo, but tell us a little bit about how you guys are working together with IGEL.
So I'm glad that we're becoming a household name, because some people still say, is it Lenovo? Who are you? And it's really nice to know that we are the #1 PC manufacturer in the world and have been now for almost 5 years. So things are going really, really well on that front. When it comes to working with IGEL, we work with them in multiple fronts. I think we're the only OEM right now that not only pre-installs IGEL on the hardware, we also sell the licensing on the hardware, we sell the licensing separately, and we have entire support and services package where hardware, software, services in one bundle, and we can offer that entire bundle in an as-a-service model. So almost an MSP-like environment. So it's kind of unique and it's kind of special.
So what are some of the special things that you're showing here at Now Next?
We're really excited at Now Next right now to be introducing the Next in our thin client line. This is the V105Q. This is an AMD-Powered device. It has the Mendocino chipset, the R5 and the R3. It's available in a fan and fanless version. And it's really designed to hit that price point for that lower tier endpoint.
Now, what do you see as your typical customer? Who's using your product the most? Is it?
Oh wow! I mean, it's all across the enterprise. Everything from 100 employee SMB customers to 50,000 employee large enterprise at a global scale. The customers that I've been dealing with most lately have been a combination of banking, healthcare, and manufacturing. Ironically, we're seeing a lot of manufacturing automate processes and introduce tools not only on the shop floor but to empower users to be more creative at the way they develop and bring product to market.
Now, what are some of the unique things that Lenovo brings to the table that kind of differentiates you from other vendors?
Oh, I love this question. So the first thing that I think truly differentiates Lenovo is our supply chain. We own our own manufacturing. None of the other OEMs own their manufacturing. They offload that manufacturing to somebody else. So from a secure supply chain perspective, we can track every component from when that component leaves the manufacturer all the way through to when it's delivered to the customer. If a customer actually wants to see the CPU and the motherboard from their device when it was on the assembly line, we actually have that digital photography that they can actually look at. So it's a different framework where we believe that supply chain security and then having security inside of our device is paramount to importance. We're the only OEM, to my knowledge, for example, that would allow you to actually read the code for the firmware. You have to go and sign some stuff, you go into a room, no cell phone, but you can actually look at the code. Nobody else does that, right? And then if you think about the fact that our chief security officer does not answer to product, answers to the board of directors, doesn't even answer to the CEO. You can think about the fact that our security team are retired DEA, FBI, NSA personnel who actually are security officers inside of the company. So you have security, you have supply chain, and then you bring the fact that we have, full stop, the largest portfolio, the widest portfolio of products in the industry. I think that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, that is. That's pretty rare.
It is.
And so you talked a little bit about security, which brings me to another hot topic, which is AI.
Oh, you said the 2 letters. Okay.
And security, AI.
They go together. They're intertwined, and they're going to become more intertwined the further down this road that we go. AI is an exciting topic. I always like to pause when I talk about AI. When I think about AI, knowing that we started talking about AI in the 1950s. John McCarthy at Dartmouth in 1956 coined the phrase artificial intelligence. But I would argue that Alan Turing was using an early flavor of AI in the Enigma machine in the 1940s. So AI is evolving, and it's become huge now because of natural language processing. So if we think about it in those terms, AI has been around, it's just getting better. AI is also giving us brand new vectors, brand new exposures, and brand new experiments. Those new experiments and new exposures are requiring us to be more dynamic, be more engaged, and frankly, be more committed to the foundational requirements of zero trust, the foundational requirements of ensure firmware controls, and the necessity of only partnering with companies like IGEL who agree that security is job one.
Now, AI obviously brings more demands on hardware.
It does.
Is there anything that Lenovo's doing to kind of address that market?
The component market right now is very much in flux. It's either the supply for especially memory is a significant challenge. Having said that, we do a lot, because we're the largest and because we have a very large supply chain, we have been addressing and preparing for this demand for about 9 months. So we're usually 9 to 12 months ahead of the demand. So it'll get here, and we will continue to flex and move and realign things. But we saw it coming early on, so we were able to buy ahead in some cases and address it that way. The other thing is we're number one. By being number one, we're kind of first at the table to say we want that, we want that, we want that. We get to buy first. And then because we have been really very deliberately standardizing on the product portfolio, we're able to shift components to support the more active portfolios. So if, for example, someone is ordering a lot more ThinkPad X1 carbons instead of our T-Series, we're able to shift some components because they share some of the same elements. So that allows us to address supply chain in other ways as well.
Well, for people that can't be here at the show, where can they go if they want to find out more information about Lenovo and some of the things we talked about today?
Well, I hope that they'll go to Lenovo.com, check out all of our website and all the information that's on there. I would strongly encourage everyone to check out Lenovo's Story Hub. When they go to Lenovo.com, it has all of the different things. A link to this video will be linked in Story Hub as soon as it's published. And then Lenovo's YouTube page is exploding. Ever since we did Tech World and CES back in January, we've been throwing just hundreds and hundreds of videos, whether it's a video tour of the product, whether it's a video explanation of a solution, or a deep dive on individual components. That's a really good space to go get some information.
Well, always a pleasure speaking with you.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your show, and we hope to see you in the future.
I'll be here.